For Penn State Greater Allegheny Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Coach Chat. I'm once again joined by Penn State Greater Allegheny men's basketball coach Tyler Kerr. And Tyler, guys, heading to the PSUAC playoff tournament. You found out who your opponent was after last night's action. You guys will be playing Penn State Wilkes Barre. Talk a little bit about what your game plan is for Wilkes Barre.
It's pretty similar to what it was about a week ago when we played them at home. You know, they're big, they're athletic, they're fast, they're strong. So we're going to do a lot of the same things, but then we still need to tweak a few things. You know, I wasn't happy. We had 22 turnovers. We shot it in the 20s. We had a subpar game, and we made it a lot more difficult on ourselves. And credit to them, they played great defense, and they held us to 45 points in a game. And, it was a slugfest, back and forth defensive battle. So it was a good game. I think both teams came away from that knowing that they could beat the other. So it's going to be a tough game Saturday, but, we're really focused on what we do and what we can correct going into Saturday.
And you mentioned defensive battle. That's truly what it was. You guys have really focused on defense here in the second half, and Wilkes Barre's been doing it all season long. Going into a defensive game like this, how do you keep your guys' minds right, knowing that they may not score a lot of points, but they still have that chance to win?
It's been a mentality we've been trying to build all year. The older guys know it from last year because that's how we won last year, was with defense, and it was a low-scoring game. And, I think they're starting to see now that, you can win low-scoring games if you play defense and you rebound and you don't turn it over. So it's been a long process getting them to that point, but ultimately it's just telling them, hey, it's one game at a time, and you lose, you go home. So the intensity level's got to go up, and it's got to go up on the defensive end and rebounding.
And in that last game against Penn State Fayette, Jordan Payne really got back on track after having a couple games where he was down in points, produced 25 points. How important is it for you guys for him to be clicking on all cylinders?
It's important, but we have a lot of scorers, and we can score a lot of different ways. Teams have keyed on him because he's a junior now, and he's scored a lot of points for us in the past, and he's one of the best shooters in the league. So they're going to key on him and make it tough on him. So he's just got to keep making the right decisions and take what the other team gives him and look for the open shots and be more of a playmaker, not just a shooter. But we got other guys that can step up and shoot it as well. So it's not all Jordan. It's we got to spread it around and find the hot hand.
Currently joined by men's basketball coach Tyler Kerr. And Tyler, you mentioned other scorers on the team. Kenny Rouse came through in a big way, 26 points in that last game. What confidence does it give you as a coach knowing that you have the guy who can step up and really play big if someone else is having an off night?
Oh, it's huge. That's big. This year we've had a lot of down nights from certain guys, right? Jordan had a great start to the year, and then he had a little bit of a lull where he wasn't shooting it great, and teams were taking him out of it. And, Jeremy was able to step up, and Kenny and Kurt and, Jawan, Kai, they've all stepped up and picked up a little bit of the scoring load for us. But, again, it's not about offense. I know we have enough guys on that bench, and we have enough players and playmakers that we can generate scoring. It's going to come down to whether we play defense or not.
And this year's path to the PSUAC Championship, a lot similar to last year. You guys had a bye week in the first round, and the semifinal game was against Penn State Wilkes Barre. What do you guys learn from your journey last season and winning it all that you take into this year's tournament?
Your focus level has to be at an all-time high. Last year, we were focused, but we lost focus at times during that Wilkes Barre game last year. We had an opportunity to win it in regulation. We missed a dunk. We didn't execute on offense particularly well down the stretch that let them stay in the game. And then we were able to flip that the next day, and we were really focused for about as close to 40 minutes as we've ever been, and we were able to win with that. So, the message today has been, stay focused, worry about the little things, intensity on defense. But, the focus level's got to be there because this is probably the best Final Four that I've seen in a long time in this conference. It's a ton of talent. Anyone could win. It's going to be interesting.
And with that tough competition that you got to face in all four teams, as you mentioned, how do you guys keep focused and keep your focus on the game as you're trying to become back-to-back champions for the first time since Penn State York did it a couple of years ago?
Yeah, I mean, it's again, focus level, one game at a time. We're not looking at Sunday at all. I'll have some scouting stuff prepared for Sunday in advance, but I don't want the players looking ahead. I'm really not going to look ahead until I know who we're going to play. It's all or nothing Saturday. So all our focus has to be on Saturday, and then we'll worry about Sunday after we get a win.
Thanks, Tyler, and good luck in the tournament this weekend.
Thank you.
For Penn State Greater Allegheny Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.